All right, what's up, my peeps? Al Smith here. If y'all can remember, a week or so ago, I was at this house and this was a cleanup. This was my initial cleanup. So today I am back for the first time after my initial cleanup. And so I'm gonna walk around and see what all needs to be done and how effective I was at doing my cleanup. All of this right here was just weeds, and as you can see, it has browned out. So off the top, I can see that I was pretty effective with killing these weeds. So that's a good thing. I didn't come over here last week because I did the house on a Saturday, which would have put me coming over here 2 times basically in the same week. Over here, I still got some vines in this bed. Some mosses fell, but you can see where I have sprayed the weeds and gotten the weeds taken care of. Over here in this bed, it is the same exact way. You can see where the weeds are starting to die off and where they are dead. So that is a good thing. Over here is the same way. It is the same exact way. The grass does need to be cut. It is some moss in the ground, on the ground. So I'm gonna pick that up. When I came over here that Saturday, I sprayed these weeds right here, but I didn't move these doors. So what I'm gonna do this time is I am going to move these doors and weedy everything that's behind them doors and get that taken care of. The grass is kind of thick. It's not too bad though. It's not anything that I can't handle. I think the main thing is, how is this front bed looking? This is, I'm pretty sure, the leftover debris from where I was putting the trimmings and stuff at. This bed right here, it's not looking real bad. I wish it would have been a little bit better, but it's not looking too bad. It's not looking too bad considering how it was when I picked it up. So I'm pretty pleased. I really am. I'm pretty pleased. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get started. This ligustrum right here is looking pretty good. Man, it was covered in vines, if y'all remember. So this is actually looking pretty good. Everything is looking pretty good, to be honest. Really all I gotta do is just go around, hit stuff, knock stuff down, and I should be good to go. Now I'm gonna knock stuff down, I'm gonna spray weed killer again, and I should be good to go. So, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get to it. So I got a brand new blade on here, and it is making them beds look so much better. I always try to use a new blade when I'm working on fresh beds, like how it is. I always try to use a new blade for that. All right. All right. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm gonna blow this stuff into piles. Some of the stuff I'll blow out into the grass. Try to get it taken care of. All right, so I did cut it. This area right here, all of this bed is completely dead of weeds. So what I did was I walked around and I knocked them down with my weed eater, just so they're not so thick. This door right here, I knocked that down. Those are weeds that I've been knocked down. I've actually sprayed them as well. The first time I came over here, I edged this up. I went through this bed, I picked up the moss. I hit the vines that were over here in the beds. I knocked down the weeds that were over here. I did the same thing around all of the beds. And then I cut it. I cut it on a 3. And I went across it like 2 times. I blowed everything back here so it could look nice and neat. And I did edge it up. On this side right here, this is the main side that I was really worried about. I came over, I hit everything with my string trimmer just to knock stuff down. And this border grass, this Mondo grass, it has saplings. And so what I did was I went through with my weed eater and was just turning it sideways, hitting them saplings, knocking those down, because you really can't kill them. You really just gotta kind of like stay on top of them when they start to sprout up. I went through the beds and I was pulling up the moss, and I did that all the way around. There are some weeds, some vines that I have been knocking down. And for the most part, the bed is looking pretty good. I'm not gonna spray it today just because I don't wanna spray it and then it rains. I don't want my client wasting her budget. So I'm not gonna spray it, but I will spray it the next time I come over, unless we're expecting rain. I got 1 bag out of this whole ordeal, and I'm gonna leave it here. So with that being said, my name is Al Smith, and I'm out.